It's frozen. We let it out for a few days so it's nice, smelly, gross, something y'all don't want to go anywhere near. These alligators actually love it, mainly for the fact it's dead, so they spend the energy trying to kill it. Plus it's already starting to decompose. It's a lot easier for them to digest this food. So even in the wild, they'd rather go after dead, decaying items than live prey because they get more bang for buck. Now, they are ambush predators, which means they'll wait by lakes, streams, rivers, and ponds and wait for their prey to come to them. So if a deer comes to that water, takes a nice little drink, that alligator will watch, wait for it to make a mistake. When that deer's not paying attention, the alligator will lunge towards it, grabbing an arm, grabbing a leg, dragging it into the water, and what's called a death roll. It's caused the alligator and its prey to constantly spin until its prey either drowns or a body part comes off, which the alligator just kind of eats it whole. Now, you have to maybe ask yourself, how come we're not feeding all these alligators? Obviously, we're taking a couple pieces of chicken and only feeding to a select few. Why is that? Well, alligators, which is called rotational feeders, which means the ones that are the hungriest will be up by me and Carrie, jumping at every little piece of chicken that we have in our hands. While the ones that aren't as hungry, probably a few days ago, a few hours ago, will be on the embankment or over there, not really caring what we're doing. But they're called opportunistic feeders for a reason, which means if I take a piece of chicken, toss it towards that alligator right there, or toss it towards that alligator right there, they're still going to go for it regardless if they're hungry or not. And they're not going to pass up an opportunity to eat, but they're only going to go for it if it falls right in front of their face. Otherwise, they can care less what we're doing up here. And also, you guys may be wondering, these alligators are jumping up pretty high. The average alligator can jump about half to about 3/4 of its body length out of water. And you may be saying to yourself, Gary, you're obviously a liar. This big guy right here is 13 feet. There's no way he's jumping 6, 7 feet in the air and getting close to my hand. Why is that? Well, that alligator right there probably weighs close to about 800, about 900 pounds. So it's very difficult for an animal of that size to actually jump half its body length out of water. Whereas the smaller alligators, the 8-footers, the 9-footers, easily jump half their length out of body and get very close. So an 8-foot alligator can jump out 4 feet in the air. Now also, you guys may be wondering, how come we're not choking these alligators? Obviously, we're taking chicken, kind of slamming it down its throat. If I did that to anybody else, y'all would probably gag. Well, the reason for that, alligators and crocodiles have what's called a gillar fold in the back of the throat. That fold actually prevents them from drying themselves when killing their prey. So we'll go back to the scenario with the deer. When an alligator grabs that deer, drags it into the water, its mouth isn't going to be fully closed. So water's going to be rushing into that alligator's mouth. It's very silly of the alligator to accidentally drown himself while trying to kill his prey. So that's why that fold's there to prevent that. Now you can actually see this fold. If the alligator has its mouth wide open, you can't see all the way down its throat because that fold's in place. Now the other way you're going to see down an alligator's mouth, if one, you're being eaten alive, or two, an alligator yawns. I don't suggest the first one, but seeing an alligator yawn is pretty cool. Now also with these guys, you might be noticing they are jumping very high, but they're very powerful tail. Their tail is actually half the length of the body, so you have a 10-foot alligator, it's going to have a tail length of around 5 foot, and its body is going to be about 5 foot, so 10 feet in general. So Bob, our tailless alligator, she would actually be 8 feet if she had her whole tail with her. Now they use that very powerful tail to jump half their length out of water. They aren't using their feet for that very powerful tail. Now, some differences between alligators and crocodiles. One of my favorites, and y'all can test out as y'all walk through our park, when alligators close their mouth, they really only see their top teeth. They kind of have a mean overbite. Whereas crocodiles, when they close their mouth, so they'll follow teeth. Now, another thing you can tell apart is the snout. Alligators have a broad snout, kind of shaped like an egg, whereas crocodiles have more of a pointed, slender snout. Now, the last one is aggression. Alligators are naturally afraid of people. They're going to try to run away from you rather than anywhere near you. Whereas crocodiles have been known to actually hunt down and eat people. Now with that being said, after the alligator's been hand-fed by a person, which is what we're doing right here, right now, they lose that fear. So they start associating people with food. That is, all these alligators you guys see before you, think every single one of y'all has a piece of food for them. So that's when they become dangerous. That's why we can never ever release an alligator back to the wild, because if you ever take a big 13-foot alligator, send it back into the wild, he might end up in someone's backyard or pool area looking for food. That's when cats, dogs, and heaven forbid, ex-girlfriends tend to go missing. So it's actually very illegal to feed an alligator. You get jail time, a fine, and the alligator, if he's greater than 6 feet, has been put down. Now I'm down to my last 2 pieces of chicken. I'm going to feed one over here, I'm going to feed one over here. I want y'all to listen to that popping sound. That popping sound is the pure jaw pressure of the American alligator. They have a bite force around 2,000 pounds per square inch. So I'm going to try my best to be quiet so you guys can listen to that. So like I said, feed one over here and then feed one over here. So we get one big guy over here, jump up. There we go, right there. That was a good popping sound by Carrie. So we're trying to get this big guy to jump up, because this one isn't that impressive. Like I said, he doesn't jump that high. So we're trying to get this big guy right here. We can get his attention by squeezing some juice. Not you. This guy right here, he actually pays attention. All right, we'll get this one because he's ready. All right, so this guy, There we go, right there. All right, since I'm out of chicken, so is Carrie. That will conclude our show. If you guys have any questions for me or Carrie, we'll be right by the albino alligator house. Feel free to come see us. If not, please make sure you guys keep your kids off your